Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Welcome to the Town of Blowing Rock's annual Memorial Day celebration. We hope you will enjoy participating in this meaningful day on which we honor the men and women of the United States military who served and died for our democracy.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Wow, what a change over 2020. Well, you know, given these temperatures this morning, I hope y'all had a good summer. For those that are not aware, Memorial Day is in remembrance of those that have passed while serving our country.
O God, our strength, we give you great thanks for the many blessings of this life, and most especially for the freedom which we possess, obtained at the cost of so many lives and sacrifices.
I want to introduce Jim West, who's our adjutant. Jim? Somebody asked me what an adjutant does. He does everything but print money.
I did, but they wouldn't take it.
His main duty is organizing, placing a little over 300 American flags on the graves of Blowing Rock's 2 cemeteries. So, Jim, it's all yours.
Thank you. And that's part of the Memorial Weekend that we do this, and some of you who are here who helped us, and we thank you very much. I'd now like to introduce Mike and Pete Page, new members of our Legion, who will read some of the names of the fallen from Blowing Rock.
This is in memory of those who made the supreme sacrifice in World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam. Lynn Coffey,
Lloyd Hampton,
Milton Green,
Daniel Teague,
Harley Hampton,
Albert Walser,
Frank Baldwin,
Dillard Curley,
Ralph M. Brown,
Ernest Presnell,
John H. Calloway,
Clyde Story,
O.D. Green,
Jewel Tate,
J.B. Hollifield,
Dillard Triplett,
William P. Kephart,
Earl Ward,
James H. Benfield,
Edward E. Green,
Donald E. Parsons.
It is my privilege to honor and pay tribute to 2 military heroes, both of whom passed away as a direct result of their military service. Billy Fox of Granite Falls, North Carolina, just down the road a piece, served 2 active duty tours in Vietnam. Billy Fox died last year of complications of Agent Orange. Billy was the father of Blowing Rock town manager Shane Fox. And Jerry Wayne Matheson served 2 active tours in Vietnam. Jerry Matheson died from complications of Agent Orange. Jerry was the brother of Blowing Rock Town Commissioner Doug Matheson. Doug Matheson, Jerry, would you raise your hand standing right there? Doug, we honor your brother today for both his service and his sacrifice. Thank you.
The town of Blowing Rock decided to establish a Park and Recreation Committee that would go on to establish what we know as Memorial Park, and that's where the name Memorial Park came from, in honor and remembrance of those who fell during World War II. So for a number of years, obviously Memorial Park was transformed into where it is today, with the number of children that are playing on the playground and all of us having the chance to enjoy it.
My children grew up in this park. I pass through it every opportunity that I get to between my home and the post office, that I walk quite frequently. And so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. We are very blessed to have this park and very blessed to live in this community. It's important for us to, especially this day, to enjoy it and remember those that sacrifice so that we can have the freedom to enjoy it.
We're very fortunate to have him located here in the wonderful Blowing Rock area now with his lovely and talented wife, Beth. And we're just delighted at this time to introduce to you a great patriot, a man of profound faith, and an outstanding North Carolinian, Dr. Tony Zeiss.
George is more than generous. You know, when you get in a big position, they sort of give you things. I guess after a while, you stay as long as I did, they give you things. The truth of the matter is, if I've achieved anything, it's God and my wife Beth sitting right over there. Thank you for being here. What a wonderful day. It brings back so many memories, doesn't it? To those of us who remember going to Memorial Days, or sometimes they call them Decoration Days in the North. You know, it's amazing. It's a very special time. As an educator, I did some research so we could sort of do a brief history of how this day came about. So maybe before I even do that, George, you started. I'm going to finish it. The veterans, hold your hands up so we can see who you are. Hold your hands up. God bless you. Thank you so much for your business. Thank you so much. President Ronald Reagan reminded us in one of his great speeches. He said, I'm quoting, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction." It's never more true than today. Honoring fallen military dates back to ancient times, to Grecian times and Roman times. As a matter of fact, you probably studied about Pericles. He was that great statesman in Athens. In fact, he was the one who insisted on building the Acropolis, if you've been there. And he is also credited by historians as being the father of democracy. And he's also recorded to have held annual commemorations for fallen Greek soldiers. So this isn't anything new, but it's something that appears to me, certainly, that is critical for the culture of a country. We don't want to forget this. Our duty and our honor to love those people who sacrificed and the families who sacrificed for what we have today. Since the year 2000, Congress asked that the Memorial Day, believe it or not, we're supposed to raise put our flags at half-staff or half-mast. Somebody knew it. Until noon. And so at noon, check your watch, somebody's supposed to raise it to full staff or full mast. And that's a new tradition since 2000. You might also know, how many of you have seen that wonderful building, the Lincoln Memorial in the mall in Washington, D.C.? It's so wonderful, iconic. Intentionally, they dedicated it on Memorial Day. I also looked up some famous quotes, and of course there were hundreds of them, of people who had given Memorial Day addresses, and I'm going to share just 3 or 4 with you. Here they are. It's the first one from General Douglas MacArthur. He said, quote, "No man is entitled to the blessings of freedom unless he be vigilant in its preservation." Here's an unknown author, same quote, another quote. "Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it." Claudia Pemberton said this, "America without her soldiers would be like God without his angels." My favorite is Mark Twain. He's quoted as saying, "Patriotism is supporting your country all of the time and your government when it deserves it." How about Old Glory? Anybody remember the poem Old Glory? I'm not going to read it all, it's pretty long, but it's all about our flag, Old Glory. "My name is Old Glory. I stand with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am proud. When I'm flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I am recognized all over the world. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave, dear God. Long may I wave." Samuel Davies, he was a great Presbyterian preacher in the 1760s, and he was also president of Princeton. And he gave this advice to soldiers: courage is an essential character of a good soldier, not a savage, ferocious person, not a foolhardy person insensitive to danger, but a calm, deliberate, rational, and courageous person with fortitude will win the day. So that's what we're talking about. So I encourage you, I have four other suggestions. One, I encourage you to be resolute but cheerful as you exercise your freedom of speech. Of course, we should also remember the good book instructs us to be gracious in defending our God-given rights and our hope in things eternal. 2, fully support godly and patriotic people that run for public office. It's a hard job. Their hearts are right, isn't that? You know that, Mayor. I know it from just talking with you. Their hearts are right. And that means financially. I've got friends who say, boy, we've got to support this guy, or we've got to support this lady. Oh, that's great. What have you done? Oh, well, I support him. Have you given them any money? Give them the money. You want to get them an office? Give them the money. All right, they get that for free. Let's go to 3. Remember our Bill of Rights, ladies and gentlemen. Our Bill of Rights. Claim them. Talk about them. That's what made us great. Think about your mothers, your fathers, your grandmothers, your grandfathers. They all carry that same tradition on, and hold on to it as much as you can. Don't give up your Bill of Rights. A lot of people died so that you could have them, tens of thousands. 4, we should also encourage one another whenever we can. Be cheerful. And this one's the most important. Exercise prayer every day. Prayer every day. It's our most powerful weapon. Abe Lincoln said, might does not make right. Right makes might. Pray every day. In chapter 4 of the book of Philippians, the Apostle Paul told the early Christians, listen to this, you know in chapter 4, rejoice in the Lord. Let your gentle spirits be known to all men. Be anxious for nothing, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and the minds in Christ Jesus. This is as true today as it was 2,000 years ago. So be of good cheer. Remember our country's motto. You know what our country's motto is? In God we trust. Thank you, David. In God we trust. All right, so don't lose heart. 2 Corinthians 3:17 has been for all of the battles, all of the wars we fought with, a lot of military, got a lot of comfort out of this one little verse. 2 Corinthians, Paul wrote it also, or said it, 3:17. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. There is liberty. Thomas Jefferson wisely wrote these words in our Declaration of Independence. You know what? You can probably repeat it with me. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't guarantee happiness, it's pursuit of happiness. Life and liberty. Liberty's on the lips of every founding father that we had. It should be on ours as well. So hold on to that one, because we haven't lost this earthly and temporal historic legacy of freedom. We haven't lost it, so cling to it like a lifeline. The second one, this second anchor is even more important because it's eternal in nature. It is this: we humans will never know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless our military. God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Day is done, gone the sun, from the hills, from the lake, from the skies. All is well, safely rest. God is nigh.
Thank you for joining us today. We're glad that you were able to participate and join us for this special day.